once again, arrangements were made to fight this bout at a catch weight of 168 pounds. You can see that Diaz came in at 169. Corbbrey came in at 163 and a half. Corbbrey 6 years older, but Diaz much more experienced. All right, here's the official introductions done by the one and only Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elite XC, Rockstar Energy Drink, and Showtime present a catchweight special attraction scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing our referee in charge of this bout from Hawaii, Chris West. All right, fans, here we go. Lightweights in the cage. Introducing to you first, on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches, he weighed in at 163 1/2 pounds. He is a professional boxer and Muay Thai fighter with a well-rounded MMA career raised in the disciplines of Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. His MMA record stands at 12 wins, 2 losses, 1 no contest, with 3 knockouts and 7 submissions to his credit. From Savannah, Georgia, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the well-versed Muhsin, the technician, Corbbrey. And his opponent across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet even, he weighed in at 169 pounds. One of MMA's truly complete fighters with a strong background in boxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. His record stands at 16 wins, 7 losses, 1 no contest, with 8 knockouts and 5 submissions to his credit. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Pride and UFC veteran from Stockton, California, the former WEC welterweight champion, introducing Nick Diaz. Once again, a referee in charge, Chris West, now to give instructions.
Nick. Okay, guys, you guys heard the rules yesterday. Anybody got any questions? This is my command at all times when I say break clean. Touch gloves.
Nick Diaz, fighting since the age of 18, now 24. This is his 25th professional fight. Corbbrey has trained in boxing and martial arts since the age of 8.
Fight, are you ready? Fight, are you ready? Fight!
Diaz comes up methodically, patient, trying to stalk Corbbrey. Really, we should see a very tactical matchup here between Corbbrey and Diaz. Both of them lifelong martial artists.
Very opposite schedules here. Diaz fought 3 weeks ago. Corbbrey, the last fight he had was October 07. We'll see how it affects either one of them.
That fight in Japan, Diaz fought at 170 pounds, and one might question, would a move to welterweight be better for him since again comes in at 169 for this fight at a catchweight of 168. Corbbrey and Diaz, a bit of a feeling out process here in the first minute of this opening stanza.
One thing I really like that Corbbrey is using is angles and head movement to avoid the strikes from Nick Diaz, who's got the reach advantage in this particular punching exchange.
Has done his homework, has Muhsin. Corbbrey eats a couple of shots there. The right hand by Diaz. Again, closes the gap. Tie plum now by Diaz, a half a plum there, trying to get the tie clinch. But a good job by Corbbrey to keep Diaz at bay. A knee strike.
The standing clinch.
Nice little trajectory upward there by Diaz.
The standing clinch will definitely favor Diaz. The taller fighter definitely has the advantage because the knee is closer to your opponent's head, just because of geography.
Corbbrey's traditionally a slow starter, and he really needs to keep Diaz at the end of his reach, for sure.
I think it would be advantageous, though, for Corbbrey to do exactly what he's doing right now, as he's employing that head movement, as Steven brought up, and maybe trying to frustrate Nick Diaz a bit.
I think Corbbrey should also institute.
Nice dirty boxing there by Corbbrey. Uppercut.
Should go with low kicks.
Straight Right straight there by Diaz. And again, Corbbrey with a half clinch, uppercut. And now Diaz with an uppercut.
Two guys in there with some very good boxing ability, both with pro records. Tactical battle. For now, they're content to keep it on their feet, test their skills.
Midway through round one. Low cut kick by Diaz. The southpaw countered by Muhsin Corbbrey.
Muhsin is going to have to get on the inside and do some work and do some damage, because staying on the outside like this is going to favor Diaz.
And so far, when they are at close quarters, he seems to be hanging tough with Nick Diaz.
It's like he positioned himself for that spinning back fist.
Yeah, but he's
having him, catching him with that uppercut, paying dividends, and now they're beginning to open things up here. But you're right, Corbbrey needs to close the gap on Nick Diaz. Start to hurt him on the inside, because for Nick Diaz, this is his game plan. He gets popped with that right hand.
Diaz is a good guy to counterpunch too, and it looks like that's Corbbrey's strategy.
Nick Diaz, plain and simple, hunts his opponent down, those peppering shots, and again, an accumulative effect. May not have a lot of power at the outset, Stephen, but over a period of time, it's like water on a rock. It begins to wear it down.
Yeah, it's really interesting that Nick Diaz starts a lot of his fights like this. Right now he's got double underhooks, and he's going to work for a takedown. But sometimes emotions get the best of him, and he ends up in the sweat spots when he doesn't really need to.
Good combinations put together there by Diaz, going to the body and then upstairs, not once but twice. Nice spin around move there by Corbbrey to get away from the fence. And you put together a combination, ends it with a body kick. Good job by Corbbrey.
Beautiful combination.
And Corbbrey beginning to find the range now. Employing that stick and move strategy. Diaz now closes the gap.
Corbbrey just got tagged with an uppercut.
Final minute of action. Left and right uppercuts delivered by Diaz. Another elbow, and we're seeing some Muay Thai 101 in this matchup.
The action that has been absent from some of our prior fights is definitely made up for with this one so far.
One thing we're not seeing, though, is a cut Nick Diaz.
Good point.
Half a minute remaining now in the round.
And he is getting tagged.
Great head movement being displayed by Corbbrey, but he got caught there. And again, close quarters knee strike by Corbbrey against the fence. Diaz will try to get that tie plumb. Half a clinch, just peppering the body with those right hands.
We see a little blood on the left brow of Diaz, I think.
And for the first time tonight, it looks like we're going to round two here at the Blaisdell Arena in Honolulu, Hawaii. To log on to show.com/Pro Elite for more great mixed martial arts action right here from the Blaisdell Center in Honolulu. Get up-to-date news and videos, fighter bios, interviews, events, community forums, and more. Join us online right after the telecast tonight to watch more great Elite XC action from Hawaii.
In standing, sometimes when you go for a clinch, you can also land a nice little elbow, and that was a good one. And Muhsin took that shot and didn't fold. Later in the round, Corbbrey got busy with his own combinations and punctuated with a good body kick to the ribs of Nick Diaz.
One thing about Nick is he stays in that pocket.
And after a tactical, methodical opening round, it'll be interesting to see if they pick things up here in round two. Again, we're scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds, catch weight of 168 pounds. And Nick Diaz has been nicked over that left eye. Again, he has a propensity to bleed. He had plastic surgery.
Ready, fight.
We'll see if it helps here. And the rest of this contest, round two underway, and again, Nick Diaz just comes straight ahead. Nice cut kick delivered by Corbbrey.
Tell you what, I'm impressed by his patience. I really am.
Corbbrey showing a lot of maturity here. Again, his biggest test to date in his mixed martial arts career. Diaz looking for the takedown along the fence. Corbbrey moving well, trying to escape. Diaz dropping levels now.
Diaz trying to pull the ankle pick on that right leg, He's going for the double now.
Good job by Corbbrey so far to stave off this takedown attempt by Nick Diaz.
Beautiful takedown defense, beautiful balance up against the cage. Corbbrey doing some great work there, defending, ending it with an elbow.
Diaz peppering him again in the body with those right hands, but Corbbrey doing a great job of trying to frustrate the veteran here, Nick Diaz, but Diaz again comes straight ahead. Doesn't deviate from his game plan whatsoever.
Toughness 101.
Corbbrey doing a good job of trying to avoid those shots, but he now needs to get a little busier as well. We know him as a counter striker, but now mixing it up there with the time plumber on the fence, trying to deliver a knee blocked by Diaz, looking to separate at the hips, and now moves back into the center of the cage. Nice jab there by Diaz.
A lot less movement by Corbbrey. He's actually getting tagged now.
Minute and a half gone, and that shot hurt Corbbrey. And the one thing about Nick Diaz is he never shows any emotion. He is totally focused on the task at hand, and really that's, again, a credit to his mental preparation. Never gets frustrated and really never shows much emotion until maybe after the fight if it's a controversial stoppage like we saw against KJ Noons.
And the task at hand here is breaking down Muhsin Corbbrey.
Beautiful right hand by Corbbrey.
Corbbrey is landing too few shots. I think he lost that first round and he's on his way to losing this second round.
Fans of the Blaisdell Arena getting a little restless. They'd like to see a little more contact. Corbbrey needs to go on the offensive here. Misses with the uppercuts, but again, the taller Nick Diaz doing a good job of keeping him at bay with that jab, that irritating jab of Nick Diaz.
Nick's doing a little talking to Corbbrey now, and it's turned into basically a boxing match.
Now Nick Diaz begins to trash talk.
Corbbrey can't win by just slipping punches.
No. And now Nick Diaz really beginning to put on a show here. Nick Diaz wanting to entertain the crowd. He heard the boos. He's stepping it up. Now puts together a combination. Corbbrey comes through the guard with a right.
He's slowed down. It looks like he's a little gassed, but he's still dangerous.
The only problem is that Nick Diaz can take such a good punch, and Corbbrey doesn't have a lot of knockouts on his record.
No, he doesn't have the knockout power. He's got great combination skills, but the power just doesn't seem to be there.
And he doesn't want to pull the trigger on that spinning back fist. That's the third time he's telegraphed it.
7 of Corbbrey's 12 victories have come via submission, 3 of them via knockout. Diaz working for the takedown, and great takedown defense once again exhibited by Muhsin Corbbrey with 1 minute 10 seconds left in round 2.
And there's a reason for that. He's a gold medalist during the second annual Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Open. He's got great credentials on the ground.
Final minute now, the middle stanza. Close quarters, the dirty boxing, another uppercut by Corbbrey, steps away. Diaz, though, goes back to work. A very unorthodox striker is Nick Diaz.
He uses his lanky arms very well. He reminds me of Alexis Arguello a little bit because he throws pity-pat looking punches, but they score and they pretty much tear up his opponent slowly.
And Diaz, of course, coming straight at Corbbrey, allows Corbbrey to sneak those strikes right up the middle, but Diaz, when even in the earliest signs of trouble, now spins Corbbrey to the ground into side control, and Nick Diaz, a Cesar Gracie black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. 10 seconds left. It'll be interesting to see if Diaz tries to pull something out here. We are headed to round 3. Muhsin Corbbrey, Nick Diaz.
The bell rang, and everybody expected an MMA fight, but a boxing match broke out, and Corbbrey landing right there on Nick Diaz's chin, and Nick's thinking, hey, that didn't even hurt. Then Diaz took control once again, coming back with a straight left hand. Corbbrey using some head movement, but it's not going to win the fight for him. He's got to hurt Diaz, but it's very difficult to do that. Nick Diaz has got a head of rock, and here we have that takedown defense finally get penetrated by Nick Diaz, and he gets a nice rollover into side mount. Corbbrey needs something big in this third round. I think he's down 2 rounds.
Corbbrey needs to pick it up. No more defense. He needs to pull out all the stops. You're right, Stephen. As we get set for the third and final round.
Ready? You ready? Let's fight.
The 2 touch gloves, and it seems to us, Stephen, that they are clearly taking more than the 1 minute respite between rounds. And good for the fighters, but again, interesting to say the least, as now Diaz looks for the takedown. It's stuffed once again by Corbbrey, and while he's done a good job of stuffing the takedown for the most part, Diaz working tenaciously now to pick up the single. Corbbrey needs to amp things up here.
Diaz so far has been able to control things, but not dominate Corbbrey. Corbbrey is too elusive of a target, but we're getting a one-sided battle now. The first round was a little bit more competitive. The second one, Diaz completely controlled the action. He ate some shots, but he did most of the damage.
And Corbbrey not gauging the distance, whipping off those shots, and now again, just this head movement eats a couple of shots there. Diaz walks him into the fence. Knee up the middle by Diaz. Corbbrey now puts up his right leg, trying to block any other knee strikes by Diaz. Another takedown by Diaz, so effective again there, but in the half guard.
Diaz is going to be patient here. He's never in a hurry on the ground, but he's deadly on the floor. And Muhsin Corbbrey knows that.
A minute and a half is gone in the third and final round. Not much happening on the ground now. Chris West, the referee.
What's the battle?
Fans wanting a stand-up.
If Nick doesn't want to have this fight stirred up, he's got to get busy and try something.
There he is right now.
Delivers the elbow to Corbbrey. Corbbrey not displaying much defense at all on the bottom. Has his right leg over his left, but he needs to explode those hips. He needs to do something here. Crossface by Diaz.
Nick is isolating that left arm and going for the Kimura.
And this could be over. Big time trouble for Corbbrey as Diaz tries to put that Kimura into effect.
Nick needs to step over his face like that.
And he's got 2.5 minutes to make it happen.
Can pop that arm on, maybe transitioning now into an armbar. Hammer fist by Diaz, looking for the armbar.
Corbbrey in a really bad position now.
But great defense to get out.
Good escape by Corbbrey. Diaz stacks him up right above us now. Delivers a left hand. Seeking and looking to destroy Muhsin Corbbrey, who's pinned up along the fence. Diaz going to work those peppering strikes.
4 out of the last 6 landed. Corbbrey has nowhere to go.
Diaz methodically picking apart Muhsin Corbbrey here in Hawaii with 2 minutes remaining in the fight.
This match is starting to resemble the spider and the fly. Corbbrey is trapped in the web of Nick Diaz, and Nick Diaz is just meting out punishment, looking for the end.
Inside control now, Diaz. Again looking to work that far side arm, but against the cage again. He wants to move him if he's looking to do anything in terms of a submission. Active on the bottom is Corbbrey. But Diaz now on his feet. 1 minute, 25 seconds left in the fight. Again, back to cross-side position. Nick Diaz now right into the mouth. Well done, very fluid.
See that trick. Went for the Kimura.
Better position.
Went for the full mount.
Better position. Let's stop.
And now elbow strikes. It's a night of elbows here in Hawaii. Ground and pound, 101 from Nick Diaz.
Got a minute left.
And the fight has been stopped. Nick Diaz records the win over Muhsin Corbbrey.
For a man who claims he's in a race race against time, he took his time in that round.
Took that time of the fight, and really Nick Diaz did what he had to do. Methodically picked apart Muhsin Corbbrey. Corbbrey suffers his 3rd defeat. Diaz picks up his 17th win.
Nick Diaz on the floor, going to work. He tries for the Kimura. Muhsin defends, but Nick pulls into an armbar, and this was a problem for Corbbrey, but Corbbrey, a very wily fighter on the ground and defending against the armbar, and finally pulling his way out. But Nick Diaz finally got him on his back and just blasted away. Corbbrey couldn't do much up against a fence like that. Nick Diaz in complete control, slowly meting out the damage. And the end of the fight, Nick Diaz had mounted position, blasting away, not in a hurry. Pretty much a good percentage of those are landing, and the referee just knows that there's no more offense left in Muhsin Corbbrey.
Diaz sparred with Andre Ward, the very talented boxer who's going to be on Showtime June 20th against Jerson Ravello. And really, it was a bit of a boxing match, but in the end, Nick Diaz took it to the ground and stopped this fight. All right, here's Jimmy Lennon Jr. with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 3 minutes 59 seconds in round number 3. A referee in charge, Chris West, stops the contest due to strikes. He is the winner by way of technical knockout, Nick Diaz.
Okay, I'm here with the winner, Nick Diaz. Nick, great performance, man. You know, we were talking about it at the table over there. The first 2 rounds, we expected an MMA match, and a boxing match broke out.
You know, I don't know. I train my boxing good, you know, so I'm not afraid to be boxing. People like it, I think, anyways. But right on, man. You know, I just want to say, you know, thanks for my brother Victor and then Lucas Camaza for coming out and you know, helping get my corner. My coach Cesar Gracie. I also want to thank, you know, Pro Elite and you know, JD, Richtown, and JT, and all these guys for being so cool, hang out with me while I'm here, and ready to go, man.
Well, you're back on the winning track here at Elite XC. Get back here, Nick. You're back on the winning track here at Elite XC. Now, we know that you've got some interest in the next fight.
Yep, I got it. You know, next thing's coming my way. I'm ready to go. I'm gonna get home, get back training for whatever, you know, next month, month after, whatever. All right, man.
You got it, buddy.
Thank you.
Everybody, let's hear it for Nick Diaz.